Subscribe our channel. Stay till the end of the stories for more twist and turn. Comment us about what kind of stories you like to hear. Disclaimer: the channel is not in any kind of support or link to behavior, remarks, statements, feeling, decisions or any kind of emotions in the stories. My 22 male best friend, 22 female, and her fiancé, 23 male, have decided she is no longer allowed to spend one-on-one time with any man. I've known my friend for a couple of years. We met in college through a mutual interest in a service org, and as a result, we've spent a lot of time together and we've gotten to know each other pretty well over the course of the last 2 years. Generally, I'd say she is a very principled person. She's also pretty intensely Christian and served as the president of our school's InterVarsity chapter, big Christian org. I'm not religious, but it was never a sticking point. Last year she started dating a guy she'd met in InterVarsity. I generally like him and they seem really happy together. They just recently got engaged. Wedding is ... sometime when weddings are allowed again, lol. Things were totally fine up until today. We still keep in touch after college. She's helped me through a few dark moments the last few months. The past 2 years have been hard for both of us and we've generally been there for each other. Today we were on a conference call together, and as the call concluded she asked me to stay on the line for a minute. Okay. She then told me she's been talking with her fiancé and she needs to set a boundary. Alright. She then told me that she and her fiancé have decided that neither of them is allowed to spend any one-on-one time with someone of the opposite sex. Professional contact allowed only. I had to take a moment. What are you talking about? Did I hear you right? She said she'd been doing some reading, both secular and religious, she emphasized, about strong marriages and that it was best to not have one-on-one contact in order to prevent temptation. I'm completely blown away. What is happening right now? I asked her if she was attracted to me. No. I asked her if she thought I was attracted to her. No. I asked her what the problem was. She just said it's not personal. She's doing it with all her male friends to avoid temptation. We argued for a little bit. I told her I thought this was incredibly dumb and a bizarre way to restrain oneself. Isn't the point of marriage that you're supposed to trust the other person? Do you not trust yourself around dudes? Do you not trust your fiancé around chicks? She said no, she absolutely trusts herself and her fiancé, it's just about removing temptation. Nothing about this seems reasonable or healthy to me. I told her that if this is what she wanted I couldn't change her mind, but our friendship would not be the same. She seemed to kinda be okay with that, which honestly really fucking hurt. I'm really upset and sad and honestly angry. I know we could still be friends on her terms, but let's be honest, we all know there's a difference between friends you hang with in a group versus one-on-one. We've been hanging out one-on-one for literally years and lived in the same house for several months. I feel like I'm being discarded by my best friend because I'm a guy, which I really didn't ask to be. I just like her and happen to be a dude. I'm mad about the whole thing and don't know what to do now. Advice welcome. I'm just upset and needed to get this out there. I don't like this one bit. I mean, it could be just them trying to set the foundations for a strong marriage, but I have my doubts about it being less of an agreement and more like controlling behavior. Don't cut her out, there's the possibility that she'll need you in the future. Sigh, I had a similar thing happen recently and it does suck. You are allowed to express yourself and how you feel about it, but otherwise, it is her choice, and as her best friend all you can do is respect her and her relationship and wish her the best. If you are willing to stay friends and let her define the friendship, that is fine, and it would also be fine if you aren't okay with it and can't stay friends, you part on as good of terms as you can. I agree with you that it is stupid and pretty controlling, especially for established friendships that have proven to be just that, friendships. But it's her life and you have to be a good friend and respect her choices even if you don't agree with them. I'm not a strong believer in making rules to enforce moral behavior. Do I think I would be tempted to rob a bank if it was not illegal? No, I don't make the choice to not rob a bank because it is against the law. I make the choice because I believe it is wrong. Obviously not everyone see this as a problem because the law exists and people still rob banks. So do I think people should avoid temptation? No, the true test of a person's loyalty and commitment is how they behave even when there is temptation. If I trust my partner, I trust them completely. I am in a long-distance relationship where trust is extremely important. Recently her daughter's father was in her town to spend some time with their daughter. Due to COVID it was unknown in the days leading up to the visit if he would be able to find a place to stay while he was visiting. Although it was not something they had discussed, I let my partner know that if it was needed I was fully supportive of him staying with them, my girlfriend and her daughter, during the visit. Although she did not suggest this to him and he was able to find somewhere to stay, the fact that I had this level of trust in her makes our relationship stronger. If I believed that I had to make rules like your friend to ensure that my girlfriend would be able to avoid any future moments of temptation, I think this would erode our trust and commitment to each other. She is no friend to you. Ditching you for a guy she has been with for 5 minutes shows you how little she thinks of your friendship. Also, that marriage is doomed. Not allowed contact with members of the opposite sex? That is pathetic and insecure. Yeah, I DK about this. I've been raised in a house similar to your best friend and fiance's ideology and I think it has a lot of merit to it. That's tough, but honestly it shouldn't be taken personally by you. Thanks for listening so far. If story have update we will post here. Like and subscribe to our channel for upcoming stories.